He spent time in rehab for sex addiction. That's according to the former roommate of the suspect in a horrific string of shootings at 3 Atlanta area spas that killed 8 people and wounded 1 other. We now know 6 of the victims are of Asian descent. The suspect, Robert Aaron Long, told investigators his attacks were not racially motivated, but rather an attempt to target places he felt were temptations for his sexual addiction.
He apparently has an issue, what he considers a sex addiction, and sees these locations as something that allows him to go to these places, and it's a temptation for him that he wanted to eliminate.
The first calls came in around 5 p.m., a shooting at Young's Asian Massage in Ackworth, Georgia, about 30 miles northwest of Atlanta. 2 of the victims died at the scene, 2 passed away at the hospital. From there, police say the suspect drove to Atlanta. At 5:47 p.m., Atlanta police responded to a call of a possible robbery at Gold Massage Spa. There, they found 3 Asian women who had been killed. And across the street at Aromatherapy Spa, 1 Asian woman was killed.
So it's pretty shocking for our, not only our responding deputies and public safety, but also for the community here. And we take this very serious.
Law enforcement said Long admitted to the shootings in a police interview. When police released these surveillance images of him, they said the family of 21-year-old Long called authorities. Investigators then tracked him via cell phone 150 miles south of Atlanta, where he was arrested.
The suspect was on his way to Florida, I believe, and perhaps to carry out additional shootings. So again, this could have been significantly worse.
The fact that the majority of victims were Asian women adds to the mounting tension in the Asian American community, already fearful after a rise in reporting of anti-Asian attacks across the country, something of which Vice President Kamala Harris, who is part Southeast Asian, is keenly aware.
It is tragic. Our country, the president and I and all of us, we grieve for the loss. Our prayers are extended to the families of those who have been killed.
One of the suspect's former roommates has spoken to CNN, describing him as someone who was deeply religious and tortured and distraught over his sexual addiction. Now, today we've also heard from the sheriff of Cherokee County. That's the location where the first attack happened. He was asked about whether the suspect in his interview sounded like he understood the seriousness of his actions. Here's what the sheriff said.
He understood the gravity of it, and he was pretty much fed up and kind of at the end of his rope, and yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.